Welcome to episode 349 of Flights,
Football,
and anything else.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Mike. How you doing, David?
I'd like to complain. I really would. But you know what? Doesn't do us any good. So I'm still better than most, not as good as some.
All right. And briefly, for all the millions and millions of techno nerds that follow us and watch us and listen to us.
Yes.
Why didn't the listeners see the fancy-dancy photos of you and I and all of our drinking excursions over the years?
So our platform, EV Mux, had some kind of an issue. I don't know if it was internal or external, like an external hack, or they had some internal problems, but they had some data that was lost. And apparently you guys can't see it, but over on the other side of our screen where we have all of our handy-dandy little nuggets and fun stuff, most of it's gone. So it looks like it's trying to load or something. I don't know, but we weren't going to mess with it.
10-second countdown, I think, looks like that's ready to go.
That's default, though. That's
their default one. Okay, so that's not our video.
No, none of those are our uploaded videos or any of our extra stuff.
But I think we reacted like the true professionals that we are.
Show goes on, and we make it work.
But
yeah.
Do you have the info for our? Remember, we did not rate, and you wrote it down last week on your notes if you didn't have it.
You know what?
Well, anyway, so those of you who are dying for an untapped rating,
wait.
Last week,
keep going.
We did not cover it. And I know nobody else in this world cares about it, but my OCD will not let me overlook that because typically Dave and I rate the beer and we check in with Untapped.
Again, we're professionals. I did not have the sheet with me, but quickly
Untapped app. So what was the third tasting ranking on Untapped?
So the third tasting, if you remember, was Melt Away from Flying Monkeys Craft Brewery in Ontario, Canada. And that one was a mint. It was a mint stout.
Yep.
7%, 16 IBUs, 1,100 check-ins. Those 1,100 people checked in at an average of 3.70.
So we liked it better than those people.
I liked it way better.
Now, anyway, episode 348 is officially closed. But first tasting, courtesy of a tasting loyal, longtime listener, and now multiple-time donator. One Kmart from work stopped by Three Bridges Distillery and Tap Room in downtown Midland, Michigan, right in our own backyard, Dave.
Yeah.
They call it a nano brewery. And he bought us some red IPA, 6.5 ABV, and nothing on the IBUs.
Yeah.
So,
and I can't remember what country you were visiting at the time, but when I had the brewers and Mike from, damn it. Sorry, Mike. Apologize. I'm coming off the top of my head. I'm not getting it. Obviously, it doesn't have anything to do with alcohol. By the way, folks, drink responsibly. So, and I'm not prepared with anybody's name either, but the brewer, one of the brewers from Three Bridges was on.
Cool looking can.
Yeah.
Kyle really liked it, thought of us, and brought us a sample, so we're going to see if we liked it as much as Kmart. Thank you, Kmart.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Decent notes, really good. There's the red. There's the IPA.
Very good IPA.
Yeah.
Excellent choice, Kyle. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Cheers on that.
Very good.
Yeah. All right. Are we going into entertainment?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Shows you should be watching. Tell us.
All right. So first of all, we start, Liz and I. There's a tie-in with sports, but we'll get to sports. But it's a long list, so I'm not going to dive deep into our viewing habits. Thanks, Eric. More on that in the next segment, the next topic in this segment.
We'll get rolling.
So, Netflix, about an hour and a half long. It's called Travis Barker, Louder Than Fear. Travis Barker is the drummer of Blink-182 and other bands. And talk about, going through it in life. One of the things was he was in a plane crash, 6 people, and I believe that's other area. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And thanks for jumping on, guys. You'll get a plug here in a second. So I didn't know that, because now to get to gigs, he rents a couple suites on the Queen Mary because he doesn't fly anymore.
Okay.
He has flown. Spoiler: at the end of the, he's married to one of those sisters that have
the Kardashians.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow.
But anyway, I didn't know drummers put their hands through such a beating, because like after one of the shows, like bone was sticking out of his hand because he was just going at it, and even Tommy Lee considers him one of the best drummers out there. And they say it's the drums that keep, and I'm sitting there watching, and I'm like, well, no, it's the lyrics that keep me involved. But again, I'm tone deaf. But anyway, very interesting documentary.
Gotcha. What was the name of it again?
Travis Barker, Louder Than Fear, on Netflix.
All right. Now, we talked a little bit earlier. This week was a bit busy for me. And then there was a couple very uncharacteristically, I've end up going down a couple of like social media, Facebook or, Instagram, TikTok spirals, and, looked up and, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And so at that point, I'm not going to start a show. So there were a couple nights like that. And the other nights were busy with other stuff that maybe we'll talk about later, but no shows this week.
All right. So second 3-part documentary on Netflix again, Conversations with the Killer, Charles Manson tapes. Very interesting. Yes, cool Traverse City shirt. Yes, thank you, Chuck. Now it's stuff that I'd seen before, knew it all before. So admittedly, I'd nodded off. Like, we watched one episode one night, and then the second and third, when I think it was last Thursday, and I just could not keep my eyes open during the second one. So I dozed off, but I get the basics of the Charles Manson story because I've watched so many of them.
Yeah.
The only negative, too many reenactments. I would just rather have them talk to ex Manson girls, ex people involved. Now, admittedly, a lot of those people are dwindling away due to death, but
they've got an excuse, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, they have an excuse, but the remakes and the reenactments of it is just. Although the one guy they had playing Charles did actually kind of look like him, so there was that.
Okay.
I'll get back to the other one on Netflix because I think you and Shelley have to watch it. Prime Scarpetta season 1, 8 episodes with Nicole Kidman. But
that one I've seen the ad for.
And then there is a season 2.
The trailer.
There is a season 2 that's coming out probably sometime in 2027. Very entertaining, but it's one of those give yourself a Clockwork Orange look, a Stanley Kubrick flick, and toothpick your eyeballs open and do not pay attention, because they go from 2026 back to 1998 to 2026 back to 1998, further back to give backstory to the 1998 into the 2026 back to the 20. So anyway, Nicole Kidman's character is a doctor who is tying together crimes.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so she's a forensic pathologist, I think is her actual title.
Yeah, good thing you're doing this in the first
Yes.
first segment.
The next one, Ted Lasso season 4. And Lucky, I don't know if my wife will watch Ted Lasso season 4 because she hasn't watched any of the others, but I am going to. And Lucky is on our list, but not enough episodes are out yet for us because we don't like to week it. We like to binge it. And my last one, or my second to last one, Peacock.
Yeah.
And it's not typically in my wheelhouse, but I find it to be very good. Season 2, Season 3 is coming. Season
Okay.
2 of Twisted Metal.
I got to watch the first season.
It's actually, that's about the extent of my and they're not really superheroes. They're just super killers.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is apparently after a video game, modeled after a video game. And
Yep.
it's got enough humor,
Yeah.
enough violence, and a decent storyline.
That's
not a believable storyline,
Sure,
but
sure.
a decent
Yeah.
storyline nonetheless.
Eric Linus is very good too.
I've seen the previews, but I have not
Yeah.
put it in the.
And then Shelly and I used to be week to week. Episode would come out, we'd watch it, but we like yours and Liz's, method.
Yes.
Your format. Let like about half of them come out, and then just watch 2 a night, and then you can start.
Well, what you got to put on your docket next on Netflix?
Oh yeah,
6 episodes. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
But oddly enough, it's not his voice.
Oh,
It's a well-known actor that does the voice.
Oh, really?
Because when he cuts promos in AEW, I'm like, that doesn't sound like the big baby in Twisted. So I looked at, I'd have to look up his name, but
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that they didn't use Joe's voice. I'll think of the guy's name.
Okay.
But what you and Shelly got to watch, and this will close out what we've watched on Netflix, 6 episodes, about 40 minutes each. My Brilliant Career, set in 1900 Australia, and it's a little bit watered down Bridgerton.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Gotcha.
a cute love story,
All right.
and it's very entertaining. It's an easy watch, 6 episodes, boom, done.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that sounds like a winner.
Liz and I really enjoyed that.
That sounds like a winner. All right, we done with shows people should be watching?
Yes, we are.
All right, how about music people should be listening to?
All right, let's start with something old because I have a 99.99283% sure our something new is the same.
Let's go.
So my something old, OK Computer by Radiohead, released May 28, 1997, 12 songs, 53 minutes. Decent listen.
And this is
1997 number 1 album of the year. And it's a decent listen.
Yeah.
But there's nothing on OK Computer that even comes close to Creep, which was on their album 4 years before OK Computer.
Right.
I mean, you could tell it's the same band.
Right.
But I don't know how you could possibly say this was. I mean, 97 must have been a shitty year in music.
Eric Wally liked it.
I don't know if that was sarcasm or not.
Okay.
So I think he said yay because I'm guessing he must not have liked.
Oh, maybe not. Okay.
But I do like Creep by Radiohead. But The Dirt, that was good too. That's old. But I guess if you haven't seen it, it's new to you.
Yeah. Right.
All right, what's your old, Dave?
Don't have one.
All right.
Been that kind of week. But yes.
All right.
Go ahead.
And our something new, folks. And we have a couple questions. Now, I wasn't expecting both members to be on, but
Yes.
our safe to say our number 1 released August 14th, 2026, Severance by Tweaks Corner. 12 songs, 46 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite? I've got my favorite written down.
Okay. So I put the songs into 2 categories. One, like when I listen to music, it's for a purpose or whatever I'm doing. So if I'm at the computer working on stuff, I have certain music. If I want to go lift weights or I just want to get high energy, then I have a different genre. So I put this into listening and then weightlifting. So my favorite weightlifting one, I had a tie. Revive and Smile Like a Switchblade. Okay? And that I just think those, if I wasn't lifting at the time, I was going through, I was being very diligent and listening to them all. And then my favorite listening one was Hush.
All right.
Yeah.
And I think what I was looking for is an Odyssey replacement. And I thought the best song most capable, because I really do like Odyssey still.
Yeah.
But I think the best one that could probably maybe sort of replace it
Yeah.
is Don't Let Your Heart Die. Because it actually even starts out with a little bit of a heartbeat.
Yep.
Also, Funeral for a Future, that was the second one I had on my list to possibly be the replacement for Odyssey. But I do like Don't Let Your Heart Die better.
Yeah.
And also, folks, I'm going to forget the name. What is the name of the video you released that came out on the same day?
Shit. Hold on. No, I know it. The Truth of Lies and Gain.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, but kids, don't try some of the stuff that Eric did.
Yeah, no. Don't do that at home. He had a professional stuntman.
And it's a hell of a, it's a hell of a,
what did that oven
promo for Chevy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
That'd be a good Chevy commercial. I just want to know, Eric, what did that oven do to you? Is kind of my top question. I don't understand. So you had a lot of angst against a major appliance. So you tried to explain it to me in a text, but I didn't quite understand what was going on.
But
I was like, whoa.
But
do not try this at home.
My question, as the listeners and viewers know, I'm an idiot when it comes to music. So is the drummer part of the band, or in how many songs are there drums on?
There you go.
Because in the video, there's a drummer, unless you guys did, maybe that took you a while, and maybe it's actually one of you guys actually playing the drums as well, because there's really never a good look at the drummer in the video, but I assumed it was a different person. So is that guy in the band, and how many songs have drums on them?
Yeah.
So he's a longtime friend, used to be in the band years ago. All right.
Gotcha.
And is he on every song of Severance or just some of them? But actually, for you musical, so no, they're not drums on every song. So for you musical people, I think it was my Something Old I said the same thing about last week. No, we play drums on all songs. So there is a drummer on all songs. That's how I'm so, like I said, I'm so tone deaf I don't even realize that.
Right.
So, but for true aficionados of music, it's a great a great album. I am biased to lyrics because that's what I relate to. Like, I could not tell you listening. That's Eric Wally playing that. Nope, that's Eric G playing that. There's Eric Wally. There's Eric. I could not do that if my life. Well, I guess I could guess and have a 50-50 shot, but.
You mean between Eric on the bass or Eric on the guitar?
Right.
Yeah.
I have no idea which is which.
Okay.
So that's, I actually prefer lyrics. They're an instrumental band.
Sure.
But like I say, it does give you pick me up, and
hell yeah,
very good. Well done, guys.
Lots of weightlifting songs on here. Girl Next Door, Funeral for a Future, obviously The Truth of Lies and Gain, Don't Let Your Heart Die, Hallucination. I categorize that. And then another one. If I had to pick between Revive and Smile Like a Switchblade, I'd probably go Switchblade.
Right.
As if I have to, pick between those two. The only other thing, somebody tell me on Spotify. I think it was I was listening on Spotify. So why did all these other songs? It would play through. It would get almost to the end of the song, and then another song would bump into it. I don't understand. It started to really piss me off. And then I would X out of it. Okay, fine. Now I'm back to Tweak's Corner. And then eventually down the line, I'd X out of it, and then there'd be another song, not Tweak's Corner. I'm like, what the?
That must have just been a glitch temporarily with your phone and or Apple or your connectivity, because I listened to it and it went
straight through
1 through 12 for 46 minutes with no issues.
Yeah, I couldn't. I don't. and I wasn't touching it or anything. Other songs would just pop right in. It was songs like Tweak's, whatever was playing on Tweak's Corner. So frustrating. You'll have to show me because I'm an Apple Music person, but I just wanted to give them the shout on Spotify.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, well done, guys. Well done.
And I'm guessing I can gather.
Maybe Eric. I don't know.
I'm guessing I could
figure it out.
Pick the basis of the song titles, unless these were named long ago. But I mean, if you read some of the song titles, you can say, "Oh, okay, all right. I bet I know what that's about. But yes, anyway, well done. So, and both of these gentlemen have been on the pod. So
yeah,
we've had a
yes, yeah.
What album number is this? 4th?
Oh, it's at least. Yeah. It's at. I would. Just going through and scrolling through some of it's either 5 or 6.
Well,
am I right?
I don't. When you
4 is
yeah, I was going to say the way you poo-pooed me, I thought they were going to be like
a lot of times 4 shows up, across the screen. There you go.
Album 6.
Yeah,
I was in the vicinity,
and I had to scroll to get to the rest of the album, so I knew it's got to be more than 4.
All right, but anyway, yes, great album, guys, and listen if you haven't already. Available on Apple Music and Spotify and their YouTube channel. I don't know if the album's on their YouTube channel, but you could probably see the video on their YouTube channel, Tweak's Corner.
Yes, sir.
So,
all right.
Want to go inside the ropes?
We can go inside the ropes. I'm not going to be able to help you much unless you tell me a storyline that doesn't make any sense.
Nope, it's not even that. It's the next thing we've got coming up. Saturday night's main event, which oddly enough is going to be Sunday night, September 6th from Atlanta, Georgia. And I really love what they did on Raw. Breaker and Oba confront each other, face to face. And you're welcome. And Braun Breaker, the young upstart, says, let's go. Let's do it right here, right now. Yeah. And then Paul Heyman's like, whoa. No. We don't give this stuff away, blah, 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 blah. So he cuts a promo, and now there's a little bit of a buildup. Makes sense, but I still don't see the only thing that can happen is there has to be outside interference because you can't have Oba lose already after retiring Brock Lesnar basically on September 6th. Yeah. But yet you can't have Breaker lose. So there's got to be something, but it does have me interested in watching Saturday night's main event on Sunday, September 6th. So it will be interesting.
But like you said, they set it up as a lose-lose or...
Yes, but the build is good. And then Punk Owens should be a decent battle. And there is some heat between those two. And that, I think, is going to be interfered because those guys are fighting in Toronto, which is Kevin Owens' hometown. My guess on that is Gunther has beef with both of them. He interferes because Owens isn't getting the belt off Punk on a regular show, and they're not going to beat Owens after a 17-month layoff. So Gunther has beef with both of them. I think Gunther will disrupt that match, end it in a no contest, and then they could build from there.
Gotcha.
So,
all right.
Any what did you see in wrestling this week, Chuck? See if I can answer or see if we're on the same page with it or not. The list is probably endless what he wants to talk about. He'll probably have to send me an email with all the ins and outs.
And I didn't even get a chance to look at highlights this week, but I just find it interesting where, again, with our the tribal chief, I think he's still the tribal chief, isn't he?
Yes, he's the tribal chief. Now, no spoilers. I didn't see what happened when Jimmy and Jay presented Solo to Roman because I got about 40 minutes of Raw left.
Okay.
So, but Roman Reigns is going to have fight the winner of a lucha tournament, which to me makes no sense. I have no idea where they're going to go with that.
Or was that along the lines of kind of like how the Saudis got involved with golf and all these other sports? Did they just put so much money on the table that he's like, yeah, I'll do that?
Okay, so Chuck's right along with me. He's pretty confident of a Gunther run in.
Okay.
I don't think they're eggs in one basket, so to speak. It just doesn't. I think they want to get Roman out to a different, because
Do a different market?
yeah, because the AAA community doesn't really. They're not really into the bloodline type stuff. They're into the lucha shit.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know how Roman's going to wrestle a lucha man. Number one, he doesn't even wear a mask.
Well,
So
could have been like, and you're not going to appreciate this, but anybody else out there that knows the Marvel universe, it could be like a Thanos kind of a thing where you have all these lucha wrestlers and he's standing in the middle of the ring just trying to fend them all off.
you're right. And what one was that from?
Well, Endgame, but it's from probably three of the movies. Thanos is the main.
Thanos is a superhero?
Well, he's a super villain.
Oh,
Yeah.
never heard of
Yeah,
Thanos.
but he basically Thanos beat the shit out of the Hulk. Beat the shit out of the Hulk. If that gives you a perspective on, yeah. Anyway, enough of the Marvel universe.
All right. Ready to rate this?
I'm ready to rate it.
Interested because Kyle said he really liked it. I'd have to look through the text again. I don't know if he gave it a rating, but it's drinks heavier and stiffer than a 6.5 in my opinion, and hence the redness on my face.
Oh, there you go.
And I haven't noticed redness on my face in
It's been a while.
a few weeks, and all of a sudden this one is like. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think the perfect IPA bitterness factor. I actually loved it. I'm going to go. It's tough starting right out of the gate on a 4.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 3.95,
Okay.
which, if you round it up, would be a 4.
Yeah. I got it at a 3.80.
All right. And now, obviously, Three Bridges Distillery and Tap Room, a nano brewery in little old Midland, Michigan. One would expect 34 check-ins.
Okay.
But those 34 people are right in line with us, 3.72. So we liked it a little more than them, but not really a huge sample size.
All right. But if you want a large sample size, Mike, you know where to go?
Where's that, Dave?
The Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. It's a family-friendly sports bar with delicious food and drink menu to please everyone. Looking for some fun on a weekday night? Go to the Grand Central. It's the place to be on Trivia Mondays, Comedy Tuesdays, Wild Wing Wednesdays, which they're delicious, folks, Thirsty Thursdays, Fish Day Fridays, Sassy Saturdays, and Sunday Fun Days with drink specials every day. Grand Central is located at 3504 State Street in Saginaw, and you can check out their menu on their Facebook page, the Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. It's always a good time at Saginaw's hometown sports bar, Grand Central Sports Bar and Grill. And when you get there,
tell them Mike and Dave sent you.
And it's you got to come in off of Davenport. You can't.
That's never going to open. That street's never going to open.
State Street is tore up.
Well, State Street. Now, did you notice that on Miller, just west of both of our studios, after 3 weeks of nothing?
Yeah.
Now that light's backed up and traffic so you got to go down, get us to short to State.
Yep. Done it the last 2 days.
Before we introduce number 2, again, I'm an idiot when it comes to shit like this. And fucking talking to the mic, this episode 349, dummy. Jeez, oh, Pete. When you don't hear it popping in your ears, that means nobody else can hear you, you stupid shit. That's me, folks.
Self-deprecation.
What are they doing? Is this like a phone line, an internet line? What are they doing?
No, I think their water lines are going down along the street. They've got, big 3-4 inch hose, couple hundred feet long. Yeah, go ahead.
I couldn't.
Go ahead.
I don't know what. I can't see the fucking. Is it rim shot blue?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Next time.
Yeah.
So, but I think they're cleaning out the sewers. I think they've got, or they're doing something with the water lines along there, and they're taking the water from point A and they're taking it into point B so they can either refit the water lines or put a new one in.
Told
I
me
don't
it was
know.
a cable system or something.
That's the guys that are, digging a hole every 30 or 40 feet. This on North Miller, this is a different deal.
Well, what are the guys digging a hole? What is that going to do for me? Like, am I going to be able to stream?
It's faster.
Well, who do you got to see?
That fiber optic, T-Mobile, and then there's there's two companies that are putting them through right now. According to the township, and this goes for everybody, and on the easement, you can have 15 cable companies putting their stuff through there. So this might not end this summer. We might have to put up with it,
All right.
But anyway, so you're more data, better cable. I'm not sure. I'm not going to buy into it right away until
Until you hear from others.
Yes.
All right. Well, our second tasting, 'tis the season, folks.
It's getting there.
October. Beep, beep, beep. Back it up. Oktoberfest from Yuengling, a regional brewery in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. 5.5% ABVs, 14 IBUs. We will see where it rates against the GOAT of Oktoberfest, which is none other than Mr. Sam Adams. And I'm very interested because I'm not a huge Yuengling fan, other than their black and tan is pretty good. And I've never had their Oktoberfest, so.
There we go. Good notes.
Cheers.
Cheers. A little bit of caramel.
The Sam Adams Oktoberfest caramel notes are there, but if I had to rate it, I would say it's a watered down version of Mr. Adams. Because Sam Adams Oktoberfest has the crisp bite of the caramel.
Agreed. I'm there with you.
I mean, this is good.
Yeah.
But
it's almost like they wanted to make that Yuengling taste distinctive within the Oktoberfest, which I don't think is,
especially if you're not a fan of Yuengling.
Right.
So,
right. If that made sense.
Sports.
Yep. Red.
All right. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boy. Oh, look at Tom Dittmer is in the house. Was that Michael Jackson's favorite when he went to college at Brigham Young? Yuengling. I think it was, Tom. All right, folks. When we went to air, the Red Sox Diamondbacks went to extra innings. It was 5-5. The Red Sox were up 2-0. Fell behind 3-2, 5-2. Mickey Gasper, third straight day, hit a home run, a 3-run homer to tie the game in the sixth. There it remained tied at 5, but business is business. So Dave and I went live. The Diamondbacks were going to lead off or bat in the top of the 10th with the ghost runner on second.
I thought you said you weren't going to look at this.
No, I said I was going to give it. I said I'm not going to look at it till we go to sports.
Gotcha.
I won't get totally mad because the Diamondbacks are a good team, and the Red Sox finally won a series after they won 9 straight series, then lost 3 straight series, and then they won this series. They're looking for a sweep, and ESPN, MLB, scores 8-7 Red Sox. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 7-6 Diamondbacks. My fucking eyes are that bad. So the Diamondbacks scored 2 in the top of the 10th. Red Sox got one of them back, but it was not enough. Who took the loss for the Red Sox? Let's go. Jay Moran. He's overused, quite honestly, but whatever. Yeah, so the Diamondbacks scored 2 in the 10th. The Red Sox got 1. Red Sox lose, but they won the series. They snapped a 3-series losing streak. I think they're 68-59. I think 6 games up as Kenley Jansen was trying to protect the 9th inning lead for the Tigers in Pittsburgh as the Tigers beat Paul Skeens, and then Jansen gave up 2 solo jacks in the 9th to lose that game for the Tigers. The American League wild card race is a race that nobody wants to win.
Right. So. I've got it right here. I was just
I cannot believe, because at a glance, I still thought that was 8-7. It was like, son of a bitch.
So New York is up. Well, this is 2 days ago. They were 8 games up. Boston had 5 games, and then the Orioles were the third-place wild card team.
Under 500.
Under 500. And then you had the Rangers, the Blue Jays, the Tigers, the Twins, Cleveland, Seattle, all within 2.5 games of Baltimore.
Yes.
So, and what, 38, 36 games, depending on what team you're at right now. So, I mean, this.
Well, the Red Sox are off tomorrow, and they are 68-59 if my vision's good enough.
Yeah, that looks right.
That's 32-27. That's 127. 37, 47, 57, 35 games.
Okay.
So 35 games remain.
Right. So as far as, they're just going to be clubbing each other, trying to get Baltimore to get to that third spot. Those other, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. The National League, the Diamondbacks are a half game, and then there's nobody else within spitting distance, apparently.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, because the top tier teams in the National League have kind of ran away and hid.
Yeah. So
whereas, I mean, like the Red Sox would be leading the Red Sox would be leading the other 2 divisions.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Well, would they?
Oh yeah, they would be. The
Cubbies are 72 and 53.
I've met the other 2 divisions in the.
In the American League. Yeah. Oh yeah. I gotcha. Understood. All right. So is that it for baseball?
Yes.
Okay. So PGA. I know a lot of people. I mean, this is one of these times when, you're not a golf fan, but you'll watch the Masters, maybe the U.S. Open, maybe the British Open.
Yes.
Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's come down. This is it. This is the last big 3, and there's like a gajillion $1 million up for grabs here. My team of 10. Anybody that was in the top 70 got to play, top 70 points-wise in the FedEx Cup standings, got to play in last week's tournament. Only one player got out of the 51 to 70 category to advance to this next week, the BMW Championship. So it's the top 50 players now with points. And I've got, I don't know, I'm in the middle of the pack of my pool. But Scotty is annihilating everybody, as you would expect. So if he keeps on this track right here, if he wins the BMW, like I told you before, there's a chance right there he'll have going into the playoffs. He won $10 million. If he wins the BMW, there's a bonus for being the top going in and also winning that one and staying on top. There's another $12 million for a total of $22 million. I mean, this is like crazy when we talk about contracts and stuff. It's like monopoly money. Like, where the hell is this coming from? Because I know, a lot of our listeners and some of the, I mean, yes, apparently there's enough people that are watching this stuff. So this weekend, watch it. BMW Championship. We'll see if Scotty can take care of business, if he can stay on top. The only person that I saw, Patrick Cantlay, came from the 31 to 50 category. He finished tied for 12th. So, and he's one of those indoor golf, tomorrow golf, TG golf guys. Yeah.
And I think Scheffler and actually McIlroy, for that matter, are only like just over $1 million behind Tiger Woods for the career.
Oh, sure.
PGA earnings.
Right.
So just the not sponsorships and other shit like that, but PGA earnings. And I saw an article where it said, would this make Scheffler the greatest of all time?
No,
and I'm like,
because it's all relative.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I mean. It's like
you'd put Jack Nicklaus to the back of the pack, or Gary Player or Arnold Palmer, because back then they weren't making as much money, right?
Exactly, for sure.
Boy, Tom got a lot of airtime. I forgot to take his comment off the.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna check to see if I am up in NASCAR.
Yeah, I don't know. You might be. So moving on to NASCAR. Last Saturday, the Cookout 400 Richmond Speedway on the 15th. That was that 3/4 or
Cam just said, Carl, you're up. So
okay,
because you picked Larson and then Carl's up, so I'm not on the clock yet.
All right. So 3/4 of a mile track last week. I had number 45 Reddick. He took 11th, gave me 6th in the pool. You had Mr. Briscoe, and what like
from the 10 hole, picked the 19 who finished second.
Right behind Jason Moeller.
That's right, Moeller, because Moeller always beats me in everything.
Well, how does he always beat you in everything? You won last week.
No, but in Yahoo football and baseball, every time I play the Flying Squirrels, he beats me. So.
All right, Jason, keep up the good work.
And then on to football.
Oh, this week though, Dollar Tree. I pick Larson, and then okay, you're on the clock.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
Okay. That's in New Hampshire. New Hampshire doesn't seem like a NASCAR heavy community.
No,
they got a track there though.
The track is cool.
Is it?
But
okay.
And then
yes, college football.
The earliest, I can't remember the earliest that I will be having my league's fantasy football draft. I sent out an email. I was kind of sort of hoping everybody, can't make it. And I was going to retire a close to 40-year fantasy league.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm in. Everybody from last year can make 4 p.m. at Fish's house on Sunday the 23rd, with the exception of Mike Klein. And Jake Danielewski is going to fill his spot because I can't go with 13 in the league.
Oh.
If like the last 3 I didn't hear from were Mike Klein, Greg Chappie, and Bill Ryle. Mike said he couldn't make that date, and I said, well, no hard feelings, but everybody else could, so it is what it is. And he had no hard feelings. He was good with it. And then I said, all right, if Bill or Greg can't make it, it'll be a 12-team league. If they both make it, Jake is in for 14-team league. Because Jake was in it for years, but usually every time we have a draft, he has a horse show.
Gotcha.
So, but Jake is picking me up, and we're going to go to Fisher's house Sunday at 4. And normally it's like 2 days before the season. Fuck, the season's 3 weeks away on Sunday.
Yeah. So, all right. College football, as long as we're on that topic. I sent you an article that I thought was pretty interesting.
When?
Well, it was an Instagram post, I think.
Oh,
with the top 10 college teams with the most arrests since 2003.
Might have been since 2000.
Yeah, since 2000. So in the last 26 years, the top 10 teams that have had the most arrests. Now, I put 2 AI engines on this thing, ChatGPT and Claude, and both of them called bullshit on the numbers that post. And you kind of alluded to, you're like, well, that doesn't make sense because they would have had to have had like 25 arrests per year.
Right. And I'm wondering if an arrest, if they're counting like, all right, hey, the cops raided a party and you were cited with minor in possession. I don't know. Is that technically an arrest?
Okay. So I tried to simplify it, and when you're using AI, trying to do the prompting correctly to get it to understand, I guess you got to talk to it like you would talk to somebody else. But if I mess it up and I don't say the right thing, even a human being is going to get it wrong too. But I managed to dumb it down a little bit. So the arrests that they looked for, that they could find either articles, any kind of formal complaints or anything like that. Some of these, obviously, the AI can't get to, right? Because it's sealed information, not sealed. God, what am I? Am I like CIA or something like that. Anyway, drugs, alcohol, DUI, assault, fighting, theft, robbery, weapons, sexual assault allegations, other, and then there was a category that they found that AI decided to put into called serious violent crimes. Okay. So, Florida was number 1 on the post, having the most arrests at something like
540 or something like that.
I thought it was even like 6 something. Okay.
No, I think
was it 540?
and then Florida State and Miami were in the 400s, and Florida was number 1 at 552 or something like that.
All right. So they couldn't. It was funny because it was like talking to a person. They couldn't consciously like put the data in there because they couldn't accurately, make sure that it was like you were saying. Is it an arrest? Is it, is it a complaint? Is it whatever? So they put it into a color coded scheme here, but they still had the one thing that it came up to as they said probably the worst team is probably Miami because the AIs could figure out, hey, Miami had the highest serious violent crime arrests of any other college.
But they were third on that. They were third on
the list. So okay, it's a 5-year data through 2015 recorded Florida 20. Yeah. So it basically went along with what you were talking about. So if you see the whole point of this story, folks, is you see some of those TikToks and Instagrams and stuff like that, they throw out a bunch of data like that. And you kind of, even if you do math for a second, you're like, wait a minute, that seems like a lot. It didn't, I don't know. It took me about 15, 20 minutes to do this and come up with, what was the final? Miami has one of the strongest cases for a genuinely troubling serious crime component to their program.
That's why I love them.
That's why I figured
all about the U.
That's why I wanted to read that. And then the overall take, the top 10 schools do have substantial history of football player arrests, but most documented arrests appear to involve alcohol, DUI.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Or, freshman, sophomore age football players trying to show their one-eyed yogurt slinger.
You got it in. There you go. Everybody's like, what? What did he say? All right. All right. Last thing one more thing in sports. I got something.
Yeah, what's that?
So just recently, they had the 10th anniversary of the Ocho. Did you happen to see any of the events?
I did not.
All right. So for those of you that did not see it and are slightly curious to see, like, okay, well, on the Ocho, what events did they have? What did they showcase? So in some of these, I didn't take the time to look up. Like I said, I had a pretty busy week, but ISSA housekeeping games. No idea, but probably has something to do with housekeeping. I'm going to come back to slippery stair races just because. They had the Banana Ball World Tour Series. They had a game between the Savannah Bananas and the Loco Beach Coconuts. Roof Ball U.S. Open. And again, fill me in. If any of you saw some of this stuff, let us know. Go into the chat. Broom Hockey Championships. I think I saw some of that. Paddle Smash World Championship. Fire Department Racing. We can I think I know what that. Have you seen that before? They do the ladders and they actually they drag hoses up, ladders to a point, and they do actual firefighter stuff. But
hence the name.
Yeah. Death Diving League. Not sure. Bronco Off Course. Desert Scramble. Optima Moto Rodeo. Pop Darts Championship. Somebody said that was pretty interesting, if you've seen that one. USA versus Canada in dodgeball. So that would have been fun, I think.
Quick question nothing to do with what you're talking about, because it does have something to do with what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yes.
Did dodgeball create the Ocho? Because remember the movie Dodgeball that was on the Ocho?
No, Ocho.
or was
I'm
the Ocho
confident
a real
the Ocho.
network?
I'm confident the Ocho was before dodgeball,
All right.
and I think it helped dodgeball because everybody was like, "Whoa,"
See, I was thinking it would be just the other way, but
Correct me if I'm wrong. That could be
I'm
a
not saying
corrections
I'm
corner.
right.
Yeah, no, that could be a corrections corner. I'm not sure, but let's go back to slippery stairs races. Now I got a little problem with this. Because they had a huge like a plastic rubber water slide.
Right.
You've seen some of those. Some of the giant ones that you could climb up the back but they had this huge staircase that went from the main floor of what looked like either a hockey arena or a basketball arena almost up to the first deck, right?
Low's your mezzanine.
Mezzanine.
Right.
There you go. And they started off with the adult category, but the stuff that they were I don't know. It was so I'm just going to say it. It was so phallic.
Well, it's on the Ocho. I mean,
right, but but then it was. I thought, okay, this is funny. This is great. I guess the part I had a problem with when they had the kids races, you know what I mean, and they had the I don't know, middle school age kids, and then they had the middle school age girls with the halter tops, with the the squirt cannon things, the long.
yeah.
Right. And the stuff, I don't know. You just got to see it, folks. I'm just going to say I was kind of like, I felt like I probably shouldn't be watching it.
Where do you get the Ocho on? Or is that all internet stuff?
Now, I was checking out this year's Ocho via YouTube.
Okay.
And so I'm like slippery stairs that, I don't know. So I just went to it quick and, it is what you think it is. It's just people just bowling each other over and, they're spraying all this goopy white slimy stuff all over the
Slippery stuff.
Yeah.
Well, see, you should have got your mind out of the gutter because it wouldn't have been slippery. That would have made them stick. That would have been sticky stairs. It'd have been like, ah! And then,
So anyway, yeah, I don't know about that. The slippery stairs, they should put that on, what do you call it? When you're kind of getting shit. In Animal House, they were on probation.
Oh, double secret probation.
Double secret probation. When the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
Forget it. He's rolling.
All right, that's all I got for sports.
As do I. NFL ramping up. Dog days of summer. We'll,
Yeah,
more sports to come, but I think that's enough for now.
I think it is. Let's rate this.
All right. You are first, David.
2.85.
I went 3.00.
Okay.
I think it's excellent. Like, so Ducharme's after my goddaughter's wedding.
Yep.
On the 22nd, we go to the wedding, 4:00-ish.
Yeah.
Dinner, watch the dancing.
Yeah.
And then we'll head home and
Okay.
we'll get there to Ducharme's and
Sure.
I'll have my Oktoberfest. And that, when you're just sitting there drinking,
Yeah.
a 3 is a solid selection. I'm going to go 3.
Well, and I mean, 2.50.
What did Kmart say? Kmart, longtime pod listener, part-time tuber. Did I miss it or have? Yes. I actually said, Kyle, I don't know if I started it off with it because I didn't want to hold you up if you were going to watch it. Dave went 3.80. I went 3.95. We thoroughly enjoyed it. And I said I'd have to scroll through our text thread to see if you actually gave it a 1 to 5 rating, but I know you said you liked it. And we did thank you, but you weren't on there, so thank you very much for that donation. And I did like it a lot.
Yeah. Very good.
And 34 people on Tap checked in, and they were at 3.72.
But I mean, I had rated it in my head a little higher than this, but for some, during the tasting, it lost some of the caramel, and it actually, I mean, like you said, if you're a Yuengling fan, it's probably amazing.
It's unfair. So Kyle went 3.4. And so I don't know if that's a 3 or a 4, or do we just round it and call it a 3.5?
I'm not sure.
See, I went 3 probably unfairly because it's not Sam Adams Oktoberfest. It's just not. Sam Adams Oktoberfest is clearly better, and I don't even rate Sam Adams Oktoberfest much more than a 4, if that. So how could I go any higher than a 3 on Yinglings?
Correct.
So. Well, the Red Sox lost, so that brought everything to a screeching halt, Chuck. I mean, had the Red Sox won, we had a whole different direction we were taking the sports segment, but they lost, so everybody suffers. Mike suffers, everybody suffers.
And there's not. And today, just listening, I was in the car quite a bit today, and listening to the sports program, the Ben Bosher show, come on, Dawson. As a X's and Bros, and then come on, Colin
Cowherd, the Herd Show. They all those shows mentioned, hey, we're kind of like, we're not quite there with baseball yet. Yeah, the wild card is, but there's not a ton going on newsworthy. There's stuff to talk about, obviously, contracts, this, that, and the other thing. The Kawhi Leonard thing, if you want to talk about that, but I don't, because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yes,
91.9 thousand people. Obviously, Yuengling, one of the world's most recognized, largest brewers. 3.44. So, liked it a little better than us, but 3.44 is. See, I didn't know if those were all 4 were mine, Kyle. So I thought well, Kyle donated 4, which hell we'll gladly take. In fact, I got another one right here in the chamber of the cooler.
Thanks, Chuck.
So
Chuck didn't like my little mini rant about the slippery steps.
So anyway, 3.44. So. Those are the Yuengling faithful, but actually 3.44 is a relatively low rating on Untappd. Because typically, you have your select Karen that will bitch just to bitch. Like, this motel that I stayed at was terrible because I found a microscopic hair behind the toilet 3/4 of an inch up the wall. I was like, well, what were you doing? How were you looking for hair behind there? So, but other than those people, typically the people that rate positives.
Yeah.
And therefore, that's why most of the Untappd ratings you'll see are typically higher than 3.44.
Yeah.
Well, see, he didn't listen to you. Maybe I'll save him one, Kyle. All right, our third and final tasting, folks. Before, during, and after Christmas IPA. Adipa from Evil Twin Brewing, a microbrewery in Brooklyn, New York. So we went Michigan, Pennsylvania, New York.
Yeah, we've had some Evil Twin.
Oh, we've had a lot of Evil Twin. I don't think we've had the before, during, and after Christmas IPA.
Right. While we were snapping that open, a little message about the Maple Grill. It's an amazing farm-to-table counter service restaurant and microbrewery offering a rotating selection of the freshest local items and cooked over an open kitchen's wood-fired grill. The Maple Grill not only offers the greatest of local fare, but wood-fired craft beers and seltzers as well. But wait, before you get into your car, get on your computer, get on your phone, go to the internet, go to the website, themaplegrill.net. That's GRILLE.net. Check out the current menu and see what's untapped, and then get yourself to 13105 Gratiot Road in Hemlock. And when you get there,
tell them Mike and Dave sent you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and by the way, folks, 8% an episode high ABV, 0 or NA IBUs.
There you go.
That's actually well played, Chuck, because that would have threw the balance of everything off, and I may have slipped down the stairs even though they weren't slippery.
We didn't have a bunch of kids, with big ass squirt guns throwing a bunch of nasty goop all over it. Ready?
Oh yeah, might as well taste this one, eh?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Not getting anything on the notes. Hope
I get deep a smell.
Do you? I hope I don't have COVID. Because I'm getting a little. But then I've got more head on mine than yours.
That's what she said. Fuck.
It's right here, right in the corner.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. What?
Woo! Hello. Wow.
Yeah, that's
angry.
Yeah, that's an angry. Oh, you must be from the South Pole. You're an angry elf. That was actually a great timing because it says Christmas in the title.
There you go.
That wasn't even planned.
That was perfect.
All right, where are we going to segment 3 here, David?
What a professional you are. All right, let's go to.
How do the people do that can flip the pen like that and they catch it? Well,
I don't know.
They caught it twice in a row. You did it there. There you go. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not as hard as I seem to think it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we want to go Mount Rushmore?
Sure.
All right, we're going with the Mount Rushmore. I did not have a mic finish this sentence. So the Mount Rushmore, folks, get ready. Write it down. Put it in your. This one's not going to be that hard. You don't have to write it down. Best ice cream flavors. Your Mount Rushmore of best ice cream flavors. Do you want me to do a little Jeopardy music?
No,
Okay.
I've got them.
Okay. All right.
All right, I got mine.
All right. I've got 2 right now, but I'll get my other 2. And I'm
All right. You gonna start? Or you want me to start?
you
I got
start.
all my 4.
You start because you got all your 4.
All right, so I'm going to go number 4. I'm going to go a little fun. Got to go Superman.
Oh.
You know, a lot of wacky, childish flavors that are just fun.
Yeah.
Superman.
Wacky.
I think it's called other things in other places, but
yeah.
the colors remind you of the Superman uniform. Or are they uniforms? And as a superhero, does a superhero wear a uniform? Because it's not a costume, right?
No capes.
So,
but no, they wouldn't call it a costume. Yeah. No, it's a uniform. Okay, I'm just going to go simple, but I really, really enjoy my number 4 is a chocolate coffee ice cream with any kind of, it could be a walnut or an almond or something like that in there. Probably not peanut, but chocolate coffee ice cream.
All right. Number 3, cookie dough.
Oh, that's a good one. Why? I mean, was there ever a...
No, just because there's usually the chunks of the cookie usually just make the ice cream. Because it's typically...
What if you get... Now, I've had some cookie dough where the cookie dough is kind of like...
Well, that's... Yeah, I mean, that would be anything. I mean, what if you had a real bitter cup of coffee and that made your ice cream bitter? I mean... Yeah,
but I'm just saying... I'm not like saying my number one... I've rarely ever come across like bad ingredients where I was like, oh shit, you know.
Right. Well, I've never come across bad cookie dough
right.
ice cream.
Okay. So my number 3 is, and it's going to seem kind of lame, but there's a caveat to this: strawberry, but it's got to have strawberries in it.
Okay.
And preferably, I think, is it Great Lakes down the road here? Strawberry with waffle cone crunched up in it.
Okay.
It's in the ice cream. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
All right. My number 2, sort of like your 1 or 2, whatever. I can't remember where your coffee was, but anything with coffee in it. Coffee caramel, coffee cookie, coffee chocolate, coffee this, coffee that. Yeah. So anything with a coffee flavoring with another flavoring.
Yeah.
That's my number 2.
All right, folks, you got to kick in here. We got to get some other flavors because you can't just let us decide what's going to be on the Mount Rushmore of ice cream flavors. My next one, my number 2, Deer Tracks or moose tracks, depending on where you go. It's either deer tracks, moose tracks. They've got the little mini Reese's peanut butter cups, a lot of times with some fudge and vanilla ice cream, kind of all rolled in there. Yeah. Deer tracks or moose tracks, depending on the company that makes it.
All right. No, that's good. It's not in my top 4, but my number 1, mint chocolate chip. There you
Boom.
go.
100%.
See, I've never had bad.
That's weird because I don't think we've ever talked about that.
No, but mint chocolate chip, I prefer the actual chocolate chip and not a shaving. And I'd like my mint chocolate chip, the ice cream, to be green. It adds a subliminal effect
It does.
to it. Liz went Blue Moon. I forgot all about Blue Moon. Peanut butter cup and cherry chip.
Cherry chip is actually, that goes right with my strawberry, especially if there's little pieces of cherry in there.
So Liz's Mount Rushmore has lost ahead. So
is what?
Has lost ahead because she only gave 3 flavors.
Oh. Yeah, but those are our top 3. Should come up with another one. So mint chocolate chip, obviously. And I do, if I'm thinking mint, I want to see the green too. But really, if you close your eyes, you can't tell the difference in the taste if it's the white mint chocolate chip or if it's the green one.
And then I think would be an honorable mention, like if you were to ever expand, I like that. Cookie dough. Okay.
Yeah.
What about dog puke? I thought you were a big dog puke fan. I like the creative flavor from Great Lakes. One year it was dill pickle. Now, obviously, it's an honorable mention because I couldn't sit and eat dill pickle ice cream all night.
No.
I could eat the other flavors that I mentioned all night.
They had some jalapeno.
They had a ghost pepper one that was amazing because it had a nice burn, but then the cooling of the ice cream.
Okay.
So that was amazing. But again, I couldn't eat that
No.
every night.
Right.
So that would be an honorable mention. And the honorable mention being a weird, bizarre flavor that nobody else thinks of.
Yeah.
So.
But I like Liz's Blue Moon and peanut butter cup is good, but you have a Reese's or something like that. It's really good. But the cherry chip as well. Those are good suggestions. All right.
Dairy Queen Blizzard, Frosty, or the Culver's. What does Culver's call it? Mixer. Or no?
Yeah, I think it's a mixer. Yeah, I'm 99% sure it's a mixer. Yeah. I would have to go Dairy Queen.
Yeah, Dairy Queen.
Dairy
and there's
Queen.
going to be a Dairy Queen on. They don't seem to be moving that quickly.
No.
They're not moving like Raising Cane's.
Tittabawassee, right?
Yeah.
Tittabawassee.
Raising Cane's is going like gangbusters.
Yeah. That should be. I thought that would be operational as fast as they were moving on that. But no, DQ, it's a Blizzard, right? Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Liz.
No, that was her vote.
Oh, that's your vote. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and that's a sugar coma waiting to happen.
And cup, sugar cone, plain cone, or waffle cone.
I always go waffle.
You have to go waffle.
I always go waffle, and then I try not to do it anymore because I just can't handle that much. Because you can't put a little bit of ice cream in a waffle cone. It's usually a pretty decent size. But you used to get the waffle cones. I did dipped in chocolate and then rolled in the sprinkles.
I'm not a huge fan of that. Just a regular waffle cone is
yeah.
Traverse City Cherry.
Yeah. Tweaks Corner Cherry.
And lastly, on the ice cream front, Blizzard, Dairy Queen. But yeah, I mean, it's you got to have the waffle cone and Blizzard. I like the Snickers.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it's really good. Now, did you ever get into Ben and Jerry's or no?
Yes, I like Ben, but that's actually going away.
Yeah, they're on the way out. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought they were too expensive, so I didn't get into it that much. But Liz buys one that's low fat. But I mean,
but if you just talk about like vanilla, Breyer's the actual real vanilla. Is
Now you're
pretty,
talking. Now you're talking Grandpa Blackhawk's language. 'Cause
now-
when he listens to this, he'll say vanilla, 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 and a vanilla chocolate swirl will be his Mount Rushmore of ice cream.
But I'm just saying from a standpoint, the vanilla flavor coming out of the Breyers, the good stuff, not the half calorie, not the reduced fat, not the Breyers does a good job of overdoing the vanilla, which is what you got to do. All right, ready?
Yeah. I did get a win with the softball last week.
Yep.
44, 36, and 1. That's 81. We have 19 to go, including today.
And I, sneak peek, I'm just going to let you know, just to give you some confidence. I don't know why I want to give you any confidence, but, as we get into the 50s and the 40s, because there's 19 left total.
Correct.
Yeah. Did you just say that?
Yes, I did.
Sorry. I was focused on my sheet right here and not being a good listener. Number 63. Ready?
Yes.
Here you go, Mike. Madness? This is Sparta. I didn't do a very good job of that, actually, but
there's so many movies
those are
that
the
have
word.
done that, and that
there's just the one that would go to the top of the list. Ooh. I can't.
I'm trying. I'm not looking because somebody just commented. So I'm not looking.
Yeah. Kmart said Tweak's new album rocks. Whoops.
You know what? What? Say the line again.
Madness? This is Sparta.
So is it? Do I go Spartacus or do I go like Gladiator? I don't know if I've ever seen either start to finish. Spartacus is kind of old for this list, but there has been some old. And any other, I'm just gonna go Spartacus.
That's a good guess, but no.
Yeah.
300.
Oh, why would that be a fuck? I've never fucking seen that garbage ass movie.
What?
I've never seen 300. So that
Why not?
So that's why.
Why not?
See, that's what makes the Stump Mike and Stump Dave beauty. Because what is a softball to you is not a softball to me. Because I've never seen 300. Because 300 is Spartacus, 300 is Gladiator, 300 is. You could even go back in a different time period, admittedly, but Braveheart, which again is a different time period, but it's the exact same fucking movie where you got people running at each other and just killing each other. It's the exact same fucking movie, and I have never seen 300.
You got to see 300.
I've seen Braveheart, Spartacus, and
so therefore you have to see 300. I'm just saying, watch 300 and then judge for yourself.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, so
And probably because Gerard.
I need to go 6 and 12. 6 and 12 gets me to 50, 49, and 1. I got to get 6 more right.
Gerard Butler, it's maybe because he said it, being the actor that he is.
See, I was thinking Charlton Heston said it because he was in
right.
Spartacus, right?
I believe so. Yeah, he was. For sure.
And that's probably the same battle, right?
No. Nope. No, it was not.
All right.
Nope.
Well, I've never seen 300.
And this actually, King Leonidas of
And that's actually
Sparta.
That's actually rated higher than you're going to need a bigger boat. That's like blasphemy.
I don't know.
I know it's not your list.
No, when was bigger boat?
Like 80 something.
I'll check.
I know it was lower than 63.
Okay. Or higher. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Rated lower. Right. But no, King Leonidas. This was an actual battle in an actual place.
Kirk Douglas was Spartacus. Chuck
Okay.
said.
All right.
Charlton Heston. He was in Ben
Moses
Hur.
or Ben-Hur or Moses, obviously.
See, that's the same movie too. I've never seen 300.
Yeah, you got to watch.
And just like I'll never see The Odyssey, even though I am a sucker for Matt Damon.
Maybe Matt Damon, right?
I am a Matt Damon sucker. I'm
Right.
a mark for Matt Damon.
Yeah.
but
Why aren't you going to watch The Odyssey?
Because if there's only 72 places in the world that are equipped to show it, and I'm not going to be able to see it at where it's supposed to be shown, I'm not going to watch it.
All right. But this battle actually took in 300. This battle actually took place. I mean, it is historical to a point. Yes, they embellish a lot of things, especially what the Persians do in their off time. But yeah, King Xerxes was an actual Persian king. So anyway, yep, 63. All right, so you're 44, 37, and 1.
Correct.
Which is just a tinge with a little bit over 50%.
And like I said, I have to go 6 and 12 to finish over 50%. And my goal was 30, so I mean I've already beat my goal.
Yeah, you have for sure.
But it's funny, because I would when I was Stump Dave 80s rock songs.
Yeah,
it would be a song like that I could sing frontwards, backwards, inside out, up, down, left, right, sober, drunk, sleeping, awake. And I'm like, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know if I've ever heard that song. So,
right. So. True. Okay. You got A. Is there any more of that? The
IPA?
Yeah.
This one doesn't have the heartbeat, but so next one to die. We have.
It does have the heartbeat.
Oh, does it? That
Yep.
one? We got to give. We had. That's your assignment. The next spare moment you get, let's put the funeral procession march or something on there, because the heartbeat, because that means that you're alive. And these people no longer have that.
I gotcha.
So, number 3, Frank Beard, 77, ZZ Top drummer. Now, ZZ Top, if they're to tour again, it's going to be a one-man band because they're down to 1. Number 2, Bill Rasmussen.
I know that name.
93. He was a sports TV visionary and the co-founder of ESPN. And number 1. The reason I put him number 1 is actually leads into another topic.
Sorry for interrupting, but how many billion is Bill worth?
I have no idea.
Jeez. Anyway, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Tommy John passed away at 83. I think he had kidney or bladder cancer. Won more games in the major leagues post-surgery than he did after or before surgery. Played 26 years in the majors. Not a Hall of Famer, nor do I think he should be. So now anybody that comes after him has had Tommy John surgery.
Correct.
Rest in peace, Tommy John, 83 years old, played for the White Sox, played for the Yankees. I think he played for a couple other teams. Fucking finally, somebody noticed. No, Chuck. Business decision on my part. Anyway, for those only listening,
it was mutual. Trust me.
Chuck put a question out there that says, "Has the what show it again?
All right.
Has the pot fallen on hard times? Why are you sharing beers?" And then Kmart said, "I was wondering that too." Now we did the same last week.
Yeah.
Now Dave is going to be back to teaching shortly, and so what you see drank here afterwards, typically, well, Dave is editing. Well, there's not much editing with the video, but he still has to upload it to get it to Spotify, put it here, there, everywhere. So the millions and millions of viewers and listeners have their content first thing in the morning or later tonight. Pastor Julie, tomorrow morning, cleaning the stables. Jake.
Well, John.
Jake, John.
That's fair.
There's Johns that listen tomorrow. Larry on his commute. So while Dave's doing that, I'm drinking more beers. And then usually after the time Dave leaves the north or I leave the south, by the time I get home, Nick isn't home from work yet. Liz isn't working yet. Well, she's not working yet. She's sleeping. And then it's like, well, there's still 3 11%ers in the fridge. Why not drink those? Right. So now, in addition to everything you've seen consumed here, I'm drinking more, and I've got to work in the morning. And at 59, like the late great Toby Keith would say, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good as I ever was. So it was just like a business decision. It's like, we can still taste it. And actually, I do have, because Kyle had the 4-pack because Chuck didn't take one. There is one more in there. I'll probably crack that open and get to it. But so Chuck is the viewer of the week, and Kyle is second because he went second for noticing. But we actually did it last week, and nobody said a word. Now, the first tasting last week, we all had our own tasting, but it was like a 6-ounce can.
Yeah, the pickle party. Yeah.
So anyway, very observant eye, and we apparently pissed somebody off, and they folded. But anyway,
well,
so
if these guys aren't going to
so that is the reason.
If these guys aren't going to get stone drunk, I'm not watching.
Exactly. But
I want to see.
I continue to drink because rehab is for quitters, after all. The #1 T-shirt in the world.
There you go.
So where were we at anyway? Tommy John. Let's get back to Tommy John. So everybody who comes after him has had Tommy John surgery, Tommy John surgery, Tommy John surgery, Tommy John surgery. Why isn't it called Frank Job surgery?
Because
Frank Job was the one. Dr. Frank Job was the one who went to Tommy John, because Tommy John said he felt something in his left elbow. It felt like it exploded.
Right.
And he's like, he couldn't do anything. His career was done. It was like, fuck, this hurts.
Right.
Frank Job said, I don't know if it's going to work, but I have an idea.
Yep.
And I could. So he took something from Tommy's right forearm and put it to his left elbow. It's the UCL, ulnar cruciate ligament or something like that.
That sounds about right.
And after a year off, built it up, was able to be successful. So, yeah, Tommy John was the first to have the procedure done, but shouldn't the guy that did the procedure that knew it was like, let's try that?
Yeah.
Tommy John didn't try that surgery on his own. It's not like he went home and said, hey, Dad, let's fucking try to fix this. Because then it would be Tommy John surgery.
Yeah. Right.
Isn't it the Frank Job surgery?
It should
I think
be.
Frank Job is getting the short end of the stick on this fucking deal. Tommy John's not even in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Nor should he be, because his statistics are. His claim to fame is that his career was over, but he had a surgery, and he actually had more wins after his career. He had more wins after the surgery than before the surgery. Yeah. And he pitched 26 years. So kudos to Tom. Yeah. But I actually think it should be the Frank Job surgery. Now,
you got an argument.
For anybody listening who is also a talking baseball, Jake Storielli did mention that. I had it in my notes beforehand, but third pod released first. I didn't steal it for him, but I will acknowledge that Jake feels the same way I do, that Frank Job doesn't get enough credit.
Gotcha.
But their pod was released before. I mean, hell, this hasn't even been released yet because we're still doing it.
Right.
So anyhow.
But it's live.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so I will give credit to them, but I did have it in my notes to talk that it should be the Frank Job surgery.
Yeah.
Because he fucking came up with it and he did it.
Right. Could you imagine doing
Without him, there is no Tommy John.
Well, you got to have Tommy John to make it successful.
Well, that's a chicken and the egg, and I'm going Frank Job. I'm going Frank Job.
I'm
going chicken.
I would lean your way.
You got to have a chicken first and then the egg.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah.
Unless those that believe in dinosaurs, then there's an egg and the egg hatches and the dinosaur is born, which everybody knows that is fictitious.
Those bones are just there, like planted somehow.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Either or, Dave.
Let's go.
All right. It's all down from here. It's all downhill from here. And not to mention, we can't make this shit up. Or a trifecta more than 16 years in the making.
Oh. It's very helpful when you tell me, a lot of times if you don't care, you tell me if you don't care because they're both, about the same. But in the making, can't make that. I always love you can't make this shit up.
All right. So now, before I get into that one, had I titled the second one, "The 13th may not have been lucky for these scumbags, but it sure was for the rest of humanity," would you have picked that one over the first?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I knew I should have. That
Absolutely.
Son of a bitch.
That's way more interesting.
All right, number 4 is interesting nonetheless, and I'm instead of writing all this down, I'm gonna go to my phone here. Let me delete that Red Sox score. That leaves a bad taste in my mouth. That's what she said.
Oh, you got the right button.
All right, St. Louis Cardinal rookie Joshua Baez.
Oh yes,
made history
yes.
on August 15th, 2026 by becoming the first player in Major League Baseball history to hit 3 home runs in his first 3 career at-bats in his Major League debut. And not only did he hit 3 home runs in his first 3 at-bats, the very first pitch he saw in the big leagues, he went yard. Now, the "we can't make this shit up" department,
Part of it.
and he's a St. Louis Cardinal.
Yep.
We can't make this shit up part of it is that only 2 players had homered in their first 2 at-bats of their
Okay.
career. Their names are irrelevant, but the one played for the St. Louis Cardinals,
Yeah.
and the other played for the St. Louis Browns. So the 3 players that have hit 2 or 3 home runs in their first 2 or 3 at-bats all played for St. Louis.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Very much so.
Yeah. Yeah. Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. You know, it's interesting. You know what goldfish memory is?
No.
Okay, so it's a
Short term?
yeah, like you just like very short term. Remember, like a goldfish. So a lot of times when people are telling you, don't get too stressed out, don't let that affect you. Sometimes the analogy is, have a memory like a goldfish. So part of the good thing and bad thing about being moi is I've got a pretty good goldfish memory. So during the week when I have a really good fuck you and I don't write it down or I don't record it somehow, by the time I get to a place where I possibly could record it, it's gone. So I know I had something that would have fit the bill earlier in the week, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was. So A, it couldn't have been that bad, or B, my goldfish memory took over and
I'm feeling that that's a lot of like the corrections corners, because I know we screw shit up all the time in this pod, and it's like, oh, you got to make sure. But if I don't write it down, we get to episode 350 and it'll be like, shit, I know we screwed something up, but I didn't write it down, so I forget.
yeah.
Like you, I had a fuck you, and for the life of me can't like you said, that must mean it must not be that severe. But the one that we were both talking about, who do you blame more, the Beagle or the guy that owns the Beagle? Now, because clearly the guy that owns the Beagle, there's something wrong with him. He has a disability of some sort.
Correct. Yeah.
And Beagles are a tough breed to train.
Somebody else brought up beagles earlier this week with me, and then I said, oh, there's this guy on the rail trail with a beagle, and this thing's insane.
We had a beagle when I was a young kid that bit a couple people, but way back then, the world wasn't as litigious
Right.
as they are now.
Right.
So my mom and dad, I was told the dog ran away, but my mom and dad actually gave it away to somebody who had a farm because Gypsy was a little bitch.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this guy has, because Ruby tries it, but I have to shorten the leash, put the knee to her side, and kind of go 3 feet into the grass.
Right.
And this guy is fighting with all his might.
When we're on, he winds the leash around the pole, one of those poles, or at least he tries to get to one of the marker poles as quick as he can, wind the leash around it, because that's the only way he can control his dog.
And I actually put that more on the dog. The dog's just a rotten dog. And it's like, one of these days should just let's go. And hell, I'll use the line from 300.
Right. Madness? No, this is Sparta. No, and I just when you walk by somebody like that's got this dog with the leash wrapped around the pole so the dog can't get away. That collar is not tight on that dog's neck, and I'm looking at it. Like, if you bite me or my wife, this dog's it's done.
Right.
And I hate to do that, but it's that dog is not wrapped right.
And you wonder if in the house, because I'm nearly certain he's in the apartment complex.
Yes.
Across from the rail trail.
I think so.
And you wonder, does that dog bark like that? Like when
Yikes.
Joe Schmo on the first floor gets home and shuts the door, does the dog bark like? Because there's no way he could keep that dog, because that dog is
no. He'd have 54 noise violations in 54 days if that was the case. But maybe if that dog doesn't see any other dogs or any other people, maybe it's a line of sight thing. But that's an issue. That is a serious issue. And I'm a dog guy. I like dogs.
Sure. Well, beagles, like I say, beagles are a tough breed.
This one's, I don't know. Tough is a nice word.
It's just annoying. He might be all bark, no bite, because he's never done anything other than he just goes nuts and just is not. I mean, it's usually like, Ruby and I are like 20 yards past them, and the dog is still barking.
Still going crazy.
Like, all right, whatever. So,
come back here. Anyway. All right, ready to rate?
I think we are.
All right.
I liked it. I think too much haziness, not enough bitter. That's going to hurt it for me. But I'm still going to go 368.
All right. And I don't mean, seem like with my ratings, maybe I'm a Debbie Downer today. I'm not sure. I've got it at 3.2. A little too angry, a little too thick. It had a lot of hate. I mean, it was like I don't know. I don't know. Like there's a lot of stuff in there. You look in the bottom of that right there, and you could like that would not go through a filter. Yeah.
You wonder if there's a date on this. I mean.
Yeah, no, I think that's the type of IPA that it's supposed to be. But just, not my cup of tea. I had it at 3.2.
All right. Well, you know whose cup of tea it was? 4,000 people on Untapped liked it more than both of us at 3.82.
Wow.
So the highest Untapped rating of the night.
Wow.
And 4,000 people is a relatively good sample size. How big is this beagle? A grown man can't control it. It's Ruby, I would say, is a big, small dog or a small, medium dog. And Ruby is at least 3 times the size.
I would say this dog is 30.
Oh, no, Ruby's only 52 pounds.
Saying this dog is 30 pounds.
I bet you
25?
20 to 25.
Okay. All right.
And the guy has some type of disability.
Yeah,
he walks.
It
looks like he's had a stroke. Is what he's recovered from a stroke, and I'm this for those
not making fun.
Yeah, not making fun. If you've seen somebody who's had a stroke and they walk, and
if you're asking why a guy can't control a 25-pound dog, it's because he's got some physical. Right. He's got some physical.
And the dog's never gotten away. It just doesn't shut up.
Oh, but it is pulling at the collar like it wants to get. I mean, it's a little, and like Mike said, with you and Ruby and Shelly and I do the same thing. We go off the rail trail into the grass.
But I give the guy credit because he's aware of it. Because like you said, he does try. It's not like he says, "Hey, let's go play."
Yeah, hey. You want to pet him?
Yeah. Speaking of dogs, I felt bad. We were just starting our walk, and a cute little girl on a scooter, and it was a self-propelled scooter, so she was earning it. Not those motorized lazy scooters.
Right.
She was the regular scooter where she had to
Get it going.
And she said, "Can I pet your dog?" And I'm like, I said, "I'm not being mean, but I would rather you didn't because sometimes she's weird.
Yeah.
And I don't want her to snip at you."
Yeah.
Am I mean? Or?
That's perfect. That's what you should do as a dog owner. Yeah.
I think she would be fine, but it's like, what if like the girl goes quick and Ruby takes her finger off?
Oh, it's a
it's a lawsuit.
Oh yeah,
so it's just like I said. I said it twice. I said, "I'm not being mean to you.
Yeah.
I just don't want you to get bit."
Perfect.
And even though Ruby's never bit anybody, other dogs she has, but not a person,
right?
And it's like, well,
no, you don't want to take a chance with that, especially a kid.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on another fine Wednesday.
Yes, thank you.
And in closing, this should have been my third night of 5th grade youth football. I just didn't think I had it in me. And I didn't want to shortchange the kids because I only coach one way, and that's 100 miles an hour. And like Nick from work said, "Well, you don't have to do it 4 years, Ted. You can just do it 1 year." And I'm like, it'll take me a full year to get the kids to buy into my mentality, my mindset.
Yeah.
So then I'm back next year, and now they all love me, which means, well, then I got to go 7th and 8th grade.
Absolutely.
So, and it's just like, I can't be that. And then one coach, "Well, just come 1 or 2 days a week." And I'm like, no, those are
can't do that.
Those are the coaches. Me and the kids laugh at that coach. We're like, "What's he doing here?"
Right. Who's that?
Yeah, it's like, who's that guy? What's he doing here? And the adult and the kid are making fun of him together. It's like, what's that guy doing here? Yeah, he's an idiot, coach. I said, well, I didn't say that, but yeah, sort of. And then the other coach that wanted me to coach 4th grade, well, I appreciate you said let the dads do it, but you wouldn't even have to show up on game days. I'm like,
what's the point of that?
Like, so if I'm not coming on game days,
that's the fun part.
Yeah, it's like everybody wants to come on game day.
Oh yeah.
So, but I told him, I said, I just can't give what the kids need and deserve. And I said, I threw the stipulation. I said, get through conditioning.
Yeah.
If every dad bails on you and you're all by yourself, let me know and I'll help you out.
Yeah.
But I said, I'm gonna have to. I said, it means a lot to me that John thinks enough of me where he wants me part of the program. And I'll be part of the program Sunday the 30th when me, you, and Nick and Izzo are golfing in the Swan Valley Youth Football.
Giving back.
So
yeah, exactly. And and the thing that people don't know is maybe your doctor said if you have any more concussions due to head-butting kids with helmets on.
I actually tapered that off last year. It was like, it's like, okay, but this is getting crazy. But anyway, thanks everybody for joining us. Been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
And same time next week, 350.
Yeah.
Episode 350, and I have 18.
Wow.
What did I say it was? Thanks, Kmart. You too. And thanks again for the beer.
Thank you, sir.
44 and 37, 70, 81, 82. 18 to go. 6 and 12 is the ideal. Well, 6 and 12 is worst case scenario. But anything else, Dave?
I do not.
I got to remember, I got to hit this.
Yeah.
Well, as I look down at the bottom of my beer, let's start that over. See,
350 episodes.
349.
349.
Yes, I wasn't officially done yet.
Okay.
All right, Red Sox are off tomorrow. Try to win another series this weekend at home.
All right, let's go. As
I look down the bottom of my glass, I can see I'm out of beer. And as the late, great Stuart Scott would say, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here.